Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Tanya Tucker. Today you will learn about County Commission actions from the September 15th board meeting. The board approved a fire protection agreement with the City of Lakeland. The agreement will provide cost-effective protection to the county residents living in certain areas just outside the city limits of Lakeland. The amount paid to the city will be based on a 50% fire fee collected within service areas for fire and medical response, and 15% of the fire fee collected within the service area for structural fire response only. The agreement expires September 30th, 2017. In accordance with the Florida Constitution, the board adopted a resolution with a 4-to-1 vote authorizing a branch office for the Polk County Supervisor of Elections. Commissioner Bell voted in opposition. With a 4-to-1 vote, the board approved consultant services agreement with Stroughton Trout Architects for design and construction administration services for the Supervisor of Elections branch office renovation for $105,000. Commissioner Bell voted in opposition. The board approved an interlocal agreement with the City of Lakeland for airport terminal renovations that will include inspection services provided by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection for aircraft arriving from international destinations. The $150,000 expense will be paid for from the Fourth Penny Tourism Reserves. The board approved a joint use facilities interlocal agreement for $171,000 with the Polk County School Board to allow the public use of school board athletic areas after school hours.
We had an agreement, a renewal of an agreement with the Polk County School Board for the after-hours use and weekends and evenings of the outdoor facilities at each one of the schools. This is a great opportunity for us to expand the recreational opportunities that we have for all the public out there without having to create and expend funds to create new facilities. So this gives the opportunity for the public to use some of the school sites for recreational activities in the evenings, weekends, and on the holidays.
The board approved consultant services agreement with Amick Foster Wheeler Environmental and Infrastructure for engineering design, permitting, and construction administration services for a 12-inch potable water main between Sheffield Road and Thornhill Road in Winter Haven. The $175,000 project will improve the system's reliability and support regionalization efforts.
This morning the board approved a contract for $175,000 with Amick Foster Wheeler for central regional infrastructure improvements. This is a part of our master plan that has been ongoing, that we've been implementing, and will improve the hydraulics in the central region.
The board approved a binding renewal coverage with Genesis Insurance Company for public entity insurance for $689,000, Iron Shore Insurance Company for long-term care liability insurance for $62,000, and ACE Insurance Company for cyber risk liability insurance for $59,000. Each policy is effective October 1st through September 2016. The board also approved a renewing policies with Aetna Life Insurance Company for the stop-loss coverage for $341,000 and the administrative services contract for $2 million. Both policies are effective for the 2016 calendar year. The board approved a contract with the Health Council of West Central Florida to administer a free prescription program with drugs provided by large pharmaceutical companies. The program is for Polk County residents whose income does not exceed 300% of the federal poverty level, including Polk Healthcare Plan members. The $116,000 annual contract is effective through September 2018 and is funded by the Indigent Healthcare Fund.
This morning the board approved an item for funding for the Health Council of West Central Florida to continue funding navigators that are located throughout the community that help people who are uninsured and have no other health options available to them to be able to obtain free prescription drugs. The value to the taxpayers is that for every dollar spent, we're getting $9 in return on the investment. So not only is it helping people in the community to be able to obtain medications who have no other means to get it, it's also helping save money in the long run.
The board approved a contract with 5 free clinics to provide quality health care services to Polk County residents whose income does not exceed 200% of the federal poverty level and who are not eligible for Medicaid or Medicare and do not have private insurance. The 5 clinics include Angels Healthcare Center of Eloise, the Haley Center Lake Wells Free Clinic, Parkview Outreach Community Center, and Talbot House Ministries of Lakeland. The $140,000 annual contract per clinic is effective through September 2018 and is funded through the Indigent Health Care Fund.
This morning, the board also approved an item to continue funding 5 free clinics throughout the community. The importance of these clinics is that they are a part of the safety net system in Polk County, where people who have no insurance and no other means of getting health care services have somewhere to go that's close to their community. They can get primary care, they can get diagnostics, they can get some medication assistance, in addition to some dental and some behavioral health services. These services are important for these people because it's what keeps them out of the emergency rooms. It also helps to maintain and provide care on the front end rather than those conditions worsening and being able to treat them more expensively on the back end when it's more emergent. So it's a value to the citizens who are receiving this care, and we're able to show that the average return is for every dollar spent, there's about $10 worth of services provided because many of these clinics are recruiting volunteer physicians who donate their time to treat these people who need that care.
The board approved the First Amendment to the agreement between the county, Lakeland Regional Health Systems, and Florida Department of Health in Polk County, and Peace River Center continued integrated primary behavioral health and dental services. The $1.1 million one-time expense will extend the agreement through December 31st, 2015, allowing uninsured and underinsured Polk County residents whose income does not exceed 200% of the federal poverty level to continue to have access to integrated medical services.
We are able to continue providing services through the Florida Department of Health, Peace River Center, and Lakeland Regional Health through an extension that will allow people to continue getting primary care services and behavioral health services in a co-located setting. This program has been in place for 3 years now, and it has increased access to health care for people in the community that have no insurance or who are trying to go to the emergency room to get their care. So this provides a medical home for them, and it's emergency room diversion as well. They can get primary care, diagnostic care, dental care is available, and behavioral health services in one setting. So it's very important for these people to get the preventive care up front.
Through the consent agenda, the board approved interlocal agreements with all but 2 county municipalities in relation to the Polk Regional Water Cooperative.
This morning, the board approved an agreement between the county and the cities within Polk County to form a regional water supply cooperative within all of Polk County. This is an important step in forming a regional water supply cooperative within the county. The formation team meeting to discuss governance is scheduled for this Friday, and the technical meetings are ongoing.
In other news, the board recognized Janie Trimble for 6 years of service on the Board of Adjustment.
I have been on the Board of Adjustments consecutively for 6 years. I took a year off, but total of 15 years with the Polk County Board of Adjustments. They recognize me today for our volunteer service, because what we do is volunteer. We listen, we care about the county, and we care about our people. And that's what has been so amazing holding this position that I have enjoyed so much, because this is where I was born and raised, and where I raised my children. And I will continue, as long as I live in Polk County, still be a strong contender of the caring for the people. And that's what I do, and that's what I enjoy.
The Board of County Commissioners is proud to employ more than 1,900 people, many who have spent most of their careers with Polk County government. In this meeting, the board recognized Murray Goff from Utilities Division for 20 years of service and Deputy Fire Chief Tony Kraus for 30 years of service. In public hearings, the board approved applicant-initiated large-scale comprehensive plan map amendment changing various future land use designations on approximately 2,320 acres within the Phase 2 of the Ridgewood Lakes Development of Regional Impact outlined in red. Approximately 611 acres residential medium to residential low, approximately 96 acres from employment center to residential medium, approximately 16 acres from employment center to neighborhood activity center, approximately 93 acres from residential high to residential low, approximately 27 acres from neighborhood activity center to employment center, approximately 7 acres from residential high to convenience center, and approximately 1,122 acres from residential medium, residential low, and employment center to preservation agricultural residential rural. The board adopted a Land Development Code Subdistrict Map Amendment on approximately 854 acres highlighted in orange within the Ridgewood Lakes Development of Regional Impact, changing the land use designation from residential low 1 house per 3 houses per acre to residential low 4 houses per acre. The board also adopted a Land Development Code text amendment reducing the minimum lot size for single-family units in relation to the Ridgewood Lakes Development of Regional Impact. And finally, the board adopted a resolution approving the development order for approximately 2,320 acres outlined in red for the expansion to the Ridgewood Lakes Development of Regional Impact. Phase 2 and 3 include nearly 6,000 residential units, 380,000 square feet of commercial, retail, and elementary school site. Now here's Todd Vargo with a Planning Commission update.
Hi, my name is Todd Vargo. I'm a senior planner with Polk County's Land Development Division. Here's a brief recap of the September 2nd, 2015 Planning Commission meeting. Plan Development Modification 02-13 was a request to modify the Highland City Town Center located at the northwest corner of US 98 and Clubhouse Road. Specifically, the request was to allow for 3-story apartment buildings on the tract behind the Publix grocery store. The Planning Commission voted 7-0 to approve the case. Conditional Use 15-23 was a request to recognize the historical use of warehousing on a property at 3730 Ethel Avenue in Auburndale. The Planning Commission voted 7-0 to recommend approval of the request. This case is scheduled to be heard by the Board of County Commissioners at their October 6, 2015 meeting. Finally, Conditional Use 15-26 is a request to allow construction aggregate storage and processing yard to remain at 3045 US Highway 92 East. The yard has been in existence for a number of years, but the owner never applied for permits. The Planning Commission voted 7-0 to approve the case. If you have questions about these or any upcoming cases, please contact our planner on call at 863-534-6084. For Dateline Polk, I'm Todd Vargo.
Well, that wraps it up for this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs in progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the public hearing to adopt the final millage rates and the county budget at 6 p.m. on Monday, September 21st, and the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, October 6th. Thanks for watching.